of the Greek program, and the fact that it was not in the calendar Friday does not mean anything in particular. It's a meeting that will take place on Thursday, and we will announce it as soon as it was confirmed. Okay, oh yes, I do.
Now a question on immigration. Recently we've seen a number of images and photographs of reception centers, especially in Moria in Lesbos, which are covered in snow to the point that living conditions for immigrants are exceedingly difficult. Does the Commission have a comment on the situation, and is it planning on taking any further action to alleviate said situation? Thank you.
Okay, let's have Natasha on our role, contributions, etc.
So, as you know, the Commission is following the situation very closely and is doing its utmost to support the Greek authorities to address concerns related to the reception centres and the humanitarian needs on the ground. But of course, ensuring adequate reception conditions and managing the refugee centres in Greece is a responsibility first and foremost of the Greek authorities. But what we are doing as a European Union is trying to assist in any way we can to improve the situation. When it comes particularly to Moria, in its contacts with the Greek authorities, the Commission has already stressed that there is a need for additional reception capacity in the islands in order to ensure that appropriate shelters can be offered to all migrants present there, and the Commission stands ready to provide funding to create such additional accommodation centres, as has been communicated to both the national and local authorities already.
Follow up?
Well, you say that you stand ready to provide additional help to the Greek authorities. What is missing then? Because for the past 3 days, people have been quite literally freezing. So what needs to be done from the side of the Greek authorities in order to trigger this said help? And what is the form of this help as well? Thank you.
Look, I think that I have to be quite clear here. The Commission is aware that the situation currently is untenable. But we also have to be clear that, as I was saying, ensuring adequate reception conditions in Greece is a responsibility of the Greek authorities, and we can no more dictate policy in Greece than we can in any other member state. But what we can do, and what we are continuing to do, is pursuing a dual strategy of political support, political pressure rather, and financial and technical support to the Greek authorities to improve the situation, which is what we are and will continue to do, notably also by channeling funding through our humanitarian partners on the ground, who are helping to winterize the refugee camps across the mainland and in the islands.
Yes, and the overall question of snow and these harsh conditions, I don't think it merits to become a problem in itself, rather how we can be of help to palliate the consequences of what is an extreme situation, by the way. Yes, Georgi.
Natasha, can you explain what type of political pressure do you apply on Greece?
What I was referring to is the continued series of recommendations that we make to Greece, notably in our reports, including on the back to Dublin transfers reports, where we specify very clearly and with timeline roadmaps the actions that need to be taken by Greece to improve the situation when it comes to their entire migration and asylum system.
David.
Thank you, Margaritis. Natasha, if I remember well, one of the point of the EU-Turkey agreement and then the declaration of head of states and government of March last year was that the migrants must stay, or the vast majority of the migrants must stay on the islands. Don't you think that you can just move from that and just say that there is a dramatic situation, it's time to move on and taking people that who are suffering on the island to the mainland, where reception capacity are not so good, but a little bit better than on the islands. Thank you.
So part of the alleviating of the situation in the islands is indeed transfers to the mainland, which is already happening and which continues to happen for applicants whose claims have been found admissible or have been granted access to asylum procedures in Greece. So this continues to take place. Otherwise, what is really going to alleviate the situation is a speeding up of the processing of the claims on the islands, which is what we have been assisting and helping the Greek authorities in doing, notably with the setting up of the appeals authority and the now setting up of more appeals committees within that appeals authority, which will enable the processing of claims much faster, and that is what's going to alleviate the situation on the islands.